guys, it's Kristen from Anime Collective. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Barnes & Noble exclusive Steins Complete Manga Hardcover. Let's not waste any more time, let's get into it. Alright, so on first glance here, the hardcovers are nice with this glossy finish, and on the cover, we have artwork of two of my favorite characters, Okabe and Kurisu. And on the spine, we have this beautiful illustration of another favorite of mine, Mayuri. I also wanted to point out that these do have a sewn binding, which I couldn't be happier about since the edition is thicker due to it containing all 3 volumes of Steins Gate. When you open up the edition, you are greeted by the same full-color illustration of Mayuri that's also seen on the spine. The pages themselves are not glossy or matte, but are similar to that which you would see in a standard manga release on what they call low white paper, which is said to be easier on the eyes and has this almost eggshell-like texture to it. I personally would have loved to see this printed similarly to how the Fullmetal Alchemist Full Metal editions were with their glossy paper, but the print quality is still nice and the contrast is good nonetheless. This is actually not the first time that Steins Gate was published with English translation. Udon released 3 individual volumes first and is re-releasing again in a new omnibus format also by Udon. Steins Gate actually began as a visual novel and was later adapted to an anime. The manga is an adaptation as well. This complete edition also has updated translation. The first release by Udon had some iffy translations, like Mayuri said Toodaloo instead of Tootaroo and so on. She now says in the complete hardcover, so it does have a better translation in comparison. In terms of size, the dimensions of the Steins Gate Barnes & Noble exclusive complete hardcover are 8.5 inches tall, 6 inches wide, and 1.8 inches thick. I put them on the shelf next to the Full Metal editions and they look to be about the same size aside from their thickness. In addition to having an exclusive cover in their hardcover format, the only other thing that makes the Barnes & Noble hardcover edition different from the paperback is that it comes with an exclusive fold-out poster that was illustrated by Steins Gate artist Yomi Sorachi. You'll also notice as I'm flipping through that they added tip lists throughout the volumes that define various terms or organizations mentioned in the manga, such as CERN or D-Mail. Another thing I want to note is that only a small amount of the Steins Gate complete hardcover are being printed, and once they sell out, no more will be available according to the product page on Barnes & Noble's site. These are a limited release, so if you've yet to get an order in and want to get this hardcover, I would definitely do so as soon as you can. So as I mentioned, Steins Gate is one of my favorites, and the anime is actually my top anime of all time. The story is centered around time travel and follows Okabe, who's the quintessential mad scientist but an extremely lovable one, and the members of the Future Gadget Lab. I love Okabe and he's one of my all-time favorite MCs, but I love every single character in Steins Gate. I can't say much without spoiling this one, so I'll kind of leave it at that, but this one ultimately focuses on cause and effect. But the story is entertaining, funny, and heartwarming at times, but it can also be quite heartbreaking as well. I personally think the anime is an absolute masterpiece, so I couldn't wait to experience the manga as well. As far as how the story of the manga compares to the anime though, I will say that it's a much more condensed and faster version of the events, so it's a bit more rushed than the anime. That being said, I do enjoy the anime more, but I still found this to be a really enjoyable read given that Steins Gate is one of my favorite stories and it does elaborate a little in some areas that the anime didn't. If you're a big fan of Steins Gate like me, it's definitely worth the purchase. If you're someone who is getting into Steins Gate for the first time though, I recommend watching the anime first, then reading the manga. There is also a paperback omnibus that's releasing as well, unlike the hardcover. That one is not Barnes & Noble exclusive and it can be pre-ordered on other sites like Amazon and Right Stuff. The paperback has a cover price of $29.99 and the hardcover has a cover price of $34.99 USD, so the hardcover is only around $5 more expensive. Also, for some reason, the paperback isn't releasing until March 2022, whereas the hardcover is available now, so that's something to keep in mind as well. Oh, and Steins Gate Zero, which is a sequel to Steins Gate, is also releasing with English translation as well by Udon. There are Barnes & Noble exclusives that feature different covers available for purchase in addition to the regular covers that are sold at various manga retailers. All editions of Steins Gate Zero are paperback though, and just wanted to let you guys know about those as well. All in all, this is a high-quality hardcover release, and I love that it fully collects Steins Gate's manga. If you want to get the hardcover version of the Steins Gate Complete Manga Edition, I highly recommend doing so soon though, because Barnes & Noble stated it's a limited run. If you guys also picked up this edition, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And there you have it guys, thanks so much as always for watching and see you next time.